What's up guys, it's HC Gadget, and today we're going to be looking at this thing right here. This is a graphics design pad and it's super cheap, so we're going to be seeing if this is okay for the money or if it's worth spending a bit more. Now guys, as a creative person, I like using my hands to draw a lot of things, but that has to be transferred to the computer, so that is where this thing comes in. Even my phone has a pen which you can slide out and then you can begin taking notes on your phone like that. So yeah, I really do like using a pen, but my handwriting still isn't the best, so I still do have quite a lot to learn in that area. Now to get this thing up and running, you do have to go and download a driver, but it is super easy to do. I did it on my PC and also on my Mac, absolutely fine without any issues. You just have to make sure you find the correct model and model number, otherwise you will be downloading a different driver for a different size of pad. So once the drivers are installed, the rest is really easy. Pretty much all you've got to do is find a nice place on your desk, get a battery in the pen and then click to turn the pen on, plug in the pad and you're good to go with pretty much any program because it controls the mouse. So when you hover it about, it's kind of moving the cursor on the mouse, which means if you move over a bit, the mouse will move over as well with you. It does take a little bit of getting used to because obviously this isn't the same size as your monitor, particularly the LG Ultralight there in the middle of the setup where I'm using this the most. When I move it, I do have to look at what I'm doing here and what I'm doing up there. You do have to look between the two to make sure you're getting the right thing as you're drawing, but other than that, it's actually really quite easy to use. Okay, so as you can see, I'm hovering the pen over and this is moving the cursor without drawing anything. Then if I was to push the pen down on the pad, as you can see, I'm starting to draw some letters and moving it in between. Sometimes it's easier to keep your eyes on the screen or actually be looking on where you're drawing. Obviously muscle memory plays into this over time and you will get used to it when you do more and more graphics. Okay, so it's quite simple to get your head around. As you can see, I'm drawing lines and I can move the cursor without touching it, and it works really quite well. So it's easy to get your head around, but actually getting good at drawing is another thing altogether. As you can see, I'm pretty terrible at it, and it does take quite a lot of hand-eye coordination because obviously you've got to look at the screen while moving your hand. So it's very simple to get your head around, but it does take a lot of practice to get good at using one of these. So you can use this pad in pretty much any program where you click to use the mouse, because obviously it's just simulating that. So as you can see, there are different pressure sensitivities as well on this pen. As you can see, when I'm pressing lightly down the page, the line is really quite thin, and then when I'm beginning to press a lot harder down on the pad, it gets a lot wider towards the bottom. There we go guys, I'd say this is a great place to start if you're a beginner, because obviously you don't want to be spending loads and loads of money on something that you might not need, but this is only 20 quid in the UK and you can't really go wrong with that. But anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. I'll be leaving a link down below for where you can pick this up off Amazon. Smash that like button if you've enjoyed the video, and also subscribe here if you're new. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, that would be absolutely awesome, and I'll see you guys in my next video.